Hey guys, Callender here back with the MSI concept for the 8 streams of income, my journey onto income stream number 5, which is dividend income. Definitely one of my top income favorites as well. The residual is good, but I do like the passive way of the dividend income. So definitely been building it up. When I first started on my dividend portfolio, I started on the individual stock option rate, looking at different companies that were paying out dividends. But recently I've moved over to the ETF path, which is a lot less management. You do pay a fee on that with the expense ratios, but then you do not have to monitor as much, and you can get a wider spread of different companies with going with some of those ETF funds. So though I wanted to say this is investment advice, this is just what I have in my portfolio and what works for me. Put a few different ETFs into the description of the video as well, of the ones that I'm currently holding. So you can definitely look out on those. Don't, but what I definitely recommend on getting the app is with where I started. A lot of people start on different apps. I also worked on different apps. I started my investing with E-Trade when that was heavily popular. I love those E-Trade baby commercials. So that was where I originally started, then moved over my accounts into Chase and got out of the fees that E-Trade had with those different fees because Chase had gave me an offer fee free. This was early on, about 10 years ago, at the 2000, just after the housing market crash in 2008. So it was about 2009, 2010 when I started really getting into the stock market. So yeah, I switched over from E-Trade, got into Chase, which I banked with Chase. So they offered me at a deal moving it over to my accounts. I would have no fees for the next 5 years with that. So I definitely took that over because then I can do more trades. Got into different stocks there, grew my portfolio from there. But really, focused on the dividend in the last like 5 years, and then started now going into the more of the ETF market. But what I was going to say, definitely, if you go to msimind.com/apps, that's what I really recommend is the app Stash is where I got started. And really building my portfolios because I do like there. I did a video on Stash as well. That you'll see that in my video histories on YouTube. But working on the Stash app because they allow you to start your portfolio with money that you're already going to spend with their stock back reward card. And I'll definitely do another video on Stash and update that here soon as well. But definitely I recommend them as well as to be the app to get started in your investments because they've got some great easy picks to start with, and then you have the cash back, the stock back rewards card. They do charge a fee for Stash on the monthly to monitor the account, but you can definitely, if you start investing with them and getting those stock back rewards, I've gotten enough rewards with the money that I spend through Stash because I make that my spending account. So everything that I'm just going to spend, like my frivolous spending money, all goes into that account. So that way I can spend and earn on those stocks each time coming back. So I've earned more in rewards than I've had to pay in fees on the account. So if you just start to use the account that way, that's why I really started my growing my stock portfolios within the Stash account. But I've used Robinhood as well, so I have links to all those on my apps page as well. Did Acorns Fundrise is good too in building my portfolio. They do it more in real estate, so we'll definitely get into that once I get down to the real estate income. But Acorns as well is another one that I built up, working on that with different apps. So I tried a bunch of the different ones as far as the investment apps, but definitely Stash has become my favorite one with the way that it operates and the way that you can, build up your portfolio with money that you're already going to spend. So that's what I really started, building up my dividend profile and portfolio. I started first with just stocks that were paying dividends, and now moving everything over into ETFs so I can get a broader range, different uh, sectors all covered, and not have to really look too much into watching all of the markets because those funds, they manage themselves to where they'll change out companies that stop paying dividends, or they drop dividend, or they don't meet certain criteria. areas with the different funds. So definitely a couple of my favorites. I'll say a couple of my favorites that I'm on right now. Um, do my top five right now would be VYM, and then also SCHD, DGRO for dividend growth, HDV, and also what was the other one I put in here? I want to say it was, but it will be in the description as well. It is going to be DHS was the last one. But yeah, so VYM, DGRO, SCHD, DHS, and HDV. So you'll see those in the descriptions as well. So definitely those are there. On that. Those are just the top five that I have. I definitely have others, and definitely always, comment your favorite dividend earners on this video. So definitely know what you are investing in as far as dividend growth and dividend income. But definitely wanted to shout that up. And if you are signing up with Stash, they are doing a $50 bonus at this time. So if you use my link, which it's in the description as well, and it's on the apps page, so you can get a bonus $50 in starting your portfolio. So a great little thing to get started with, especially they have custodial accounts, for minors, so you can start a child account in there connected to yours, so you can even start investing for your children as well and start them on that dividend income. So that's definitely a great income to have and source. That's really the source for my retirements is going to be that dividend income, letting that grow over time now until I, choose to really go into retirement. But that's really one of those income streams where you can start to build it early. And definitely time is the thing that's going to be on your side to compound and let that dividend grow and reinvest those dividends over time while you can. And then you can once you've got it built up, to a solid level, then you can take those dividends as cash out and live off of those dividends, after you've built them up. Yeah, so I have all mine on reinvestments right now. So all of my dividends will keep on buying me more of the stocks that they're invested in and letting that grow. And then once it gets to the retirement age, then I'll change off the dividend reinvestments and I'll just cash out those dividends and live off the dividend income. But definitely that is an income stream that just like similar to the residual, you build it up, then let it take care of itself, as it starts to grow. You got to definitely watch it and build it and work for it at the start. But the dividend income, I like it because it is a little bit more passive, not as much. You definitely have to do some research and you definitely got to do the investments and have the income to get it started. It's not one that can just start and grow by itself. You've got to have that investment money by having the other income streams, taking one of the other income streams and plugging it into that income stream and then letting that income stream grow up enough to where that it can then start to sustain and grow for itself with compounding. So that's what I've done on the dividend income with my journey. Definitely love this income stream once you get it built up and growing in the different stock portfolios. And now with the way that stock apps are and the fractional shares and the way that you can get started, with smaller amounts, definitely a good thing to get started and let it kind of build up and grow. But yeah, if you have any questions, definitely reach out on getting that started. Happy to help and share more in detail of what I've done with the dividend income if you have anything. But yeah, definitely moving my portfolio over to the ETFs now in this year. But yeah, definitely have had the dividend income portfolio for some time. It is one of my favorite portfolios to invest in and with the investments that I have. So I want to thank you all for watching. So definitely stay tuned for the next one. I'll have some more videos as we continue on through the remaining income streams. I'll have a video for each one. But again, comment any of the dividend investments that you have going on right now on these videos. Again, thanks for watching.